Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to The Wealth. Tony Robbins is an inspirational man with a heartbreaking journey through a terrible childhood which has probably shaped him into who he is today. He is regarded as one of the world's most inspirational people and is one of the top life coaches that exist. He first became known in 1986 when he was 26 and became wildly famous for his powerful speaking and excellent crowd engagement prowess during his seminars. Tony Robbins has been consulted by very important personalities in the United States and the world at large and has changed millions of lives in a good way. Through his 4 published books, he reaches out to millions of people and gives them insight into their inner workings of their own brains and the way in which they can reach the utmost level of happiness in their lives. There are a lot of things that are known about Tony Robbins, like his obvious generous nature and his huge heart. But listen up, because today we have for you 7 things people ignore about Tony Robbins. Before we start, however, I'd want you to hit that red subscribe button to enter our monthly shout out giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we'll enter you into the giveaway. Number 1. He wishes he was smaller. When Tony Robbins was asked in an interview what he wishes he could change about himself, his answer was pretty shocking. Robbins wishes that he could be smaller to be able to fit in cars. Tony Robbins stands at a startling 6'7" and grew 10 inches in high school. A growth spurt is thought of as playing a role in his contraction of a brain tumor. Even with his size, Marianne Schnau, who interviewed him, wrote that he comes across like a loving, gentle giant, and when he talks to you, he gives you his full magnetic attention. He is known for being an exuberantly charming, inspiring, energetic, and articulate speaker, and is also a huggably nice, caring person and a generous humanitarian. His size is nothing to be intimidated about. Number 2. He seems to like automobiles. The accomplished public speaker seems to be an avid fan of nice cars. He is reported to have a Rolls-Royce as well as a Range Rover. Both are very luxurious cars that happen to be big enough to accommodate his large fame. But his love doesn't end with cars. When asked in an interview in 2015 what the last thing that he purchased was, his answer was a jet, which he made clear that he did not purchase online. Number 3. He is an author. Tony Robbins, in his lifetime, has authored 3 best-selling and inspirational books: Unlimited Power, Awaken the Giant Within, and Money, Master the Game. Unlimited Power was published in 1986, and its key points of discussions include the topics of health and energy, overcoming fears, persuasive communication, and enhancing relationships. In a review of the book by Magil Book Reviews, it was said that Robbins develops a systematic framework for directing our own brain. Awaken the Giant Within is his second novel that was published 11 years after his first one in 1991. The New York Times summed up the focal topics of this book by saying it contained ways to take control of your emotional, physical, and financial destiny. Just 3 years after that, in 1994, Robbins published his 3rd book, Giant Steps, which is pocket-sized. His 4th bestseller, Money, Master the Game, was published in 2014 and became a New York Times bestseller in December 2014. 1 million copies were sold in its first year. Number 4. He left home at 17. Tony Robbins ran away from home when he was just a teenager, or rather, he was chased out of his home. When he was 17 years old, his mother ran after him with a knife, and he ran out of the house and never returned. The world-acclaimed author worked as a janitor before he left home and did not have the opportunity to attend college. Even without any educational background in psychology whatsoever, Tony Robbins began his own work as a self-help coach. He taught important lessons in neuro-linguistic programming and Ericksonian hypnosis after he underwent training by the NLP co-founder John Grinder. 1983 was the year that Robbins learned to firewalk, and this started a new branch of his career. He began to incorporate it into his seminars. Robbins' excellent use of board breaking, skydiving, and firewalking in his seminars has helped millions of attendees to conquer their fears. Number 5. He has had many problems with lawsuits. In May 1995, Tony Robbins' company, Robbins Research International, was charged with the misrepresentation of potential earnings to franchise investors by the Federal Trade Commission. Both bodies came to an agreement, in which Robbins Research International agreed to pay $221,000. Wade Cook, a financial seminar expert, also sued Tony Robbins for copyright infringement and plagiarism, saying that Robbins used material in his seminars from Cook's book Wall Street Money Machine. Tony Robbins had to pay $650,000 in damages to Cook in 1998. Number 6. He tries to think positively. When Tony Robbins was asked what he thought his greatest failure was, his reply was wildly inspirational at best and surprising to say the least. He said in answering the question that I failed to achieve my goals a million times, but I don't look at these failures as not being positive. I look at everything as an experience to be learned from. I look at success as a result of good judgment and good judgment as a result of experience, and experience is often a result of bad judgment. Good call, Robbins. Number 7. He is self-aware. Tony Robbins is self-aware himself, and he thinks one of the rarest of all human commodities is self-awareness. He also explicitly states the difference between self-consciousness and self-awareness in an interview with Marianne Schnall. He says that with self-consciousness, you're constantly evaluating yourself and judging yourself, but self-awareness, which means becoming aware of the part of you that is patterned. He continues by saying that becoming aware of your pattern is the first step. And that's basically what I have people do. I have them become aware. Because once you wake up, you might go to sleep for a while, but you'll never be asleep again because your brain knows to look for it. It's like, I don't know if you've ever bought an outfit or a car or something and all of a sudden you see that outfit or car everywhere. It's a part of your brain that's called the reticular activating system, the RAS, and it tells your brain what to notice. Once you set a goal, once you become aware of something, it becomes part of your consciousness. He put this one pretty nicely. Anyways guys, this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, if you could please check out one of the 2 videos you're seeing on screen right now, it really does help us out. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.